So this is going to be design description and hardware validation of my FPGA design panel project. We can start first here briefly with my block design, where I have an I2S wrapper with some external signals communicating with the audio codec on the SoC. In addition to this, I have two FIFOs using an AXI stream interface to communicate with the I2S wrapper, and as well as the FIR wrapper between the two FIFOs that contains 8 filters of four different types with 2 filters, one for each side of the audio. From the IP catalog, I have the Zinc 7000 processor, an AXI interconnect, an AXI ISC, and a processor system reset, as well as some external signals on the left side of the screen here, switches to both mute the system and select the specific kind of filter that you would like to utilize with the audio. So if we come over here to waveforms, you can see that I'm currently generating a supply voltage as well as a 250 hertz sine wave and a 2 kilohertz sine wave. So you can see that the channels are not mixing. If I was to stop this 250 hertz wave, you would see no signal on that channel. If I am to run it, you can see that we're currently using a low pass filter. So this lower 250 hertz signal is able to get through and has a specific output. If we check the spectrum analyzer, we can see that we have a very loud signal at 250 hertz. And over here at 2 kilohertz, it's a much quieter signal given the low pass filter. If we were to switch to a high pass filter and run the scope, we would see that we now have very little signal. So there we go. This is low pass. Here's high pass. Sorry, wrong switch. So here's high pass. You can see that on the slower frequency sine wave, there's very little signal. Now, the higher frequency sine wave at 2 kilohertz has much more volume. If we move over to the spectrum analyzer, you can see that the same is true. Slower frequency, the two frequencies have not changed, but the volume has changed. The lower frequency one is now much quieter, whereas the higher frequency one is much higher. From here, we can go back to the scope and we can show a band pass filter and then a band stop filter. So those work nicely. And then we can also just go to a direct pass through. So here at the direct pass through, you can once again see that they are in fact independent. We can change, we can play the other one as well and truly only see the high frequency one in this instance, and now we can see both again. So both channels are being separated and all 4 filter types are available to process this audio. Thank you.